Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Jesse Palmer. The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first time.
They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. With quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, already.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Open space at the 25. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ibuka. They get him down after he makes the catch. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Shakes off the tackle. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback will audible. They think there's room to run to the right here. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Give to the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Moving away from pressure. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it then.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure. Nice play called, and everyone on the same page here. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Judkins. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trying to get in the end zone again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Sure, they could take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown. That's what they'll do on fourth. They're bringing... Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll throw it on first down. Caught near the sideline, it's Marks. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. Looking to go up top on first down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Setting up the screen. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on him.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. He'll call for the fair catch here. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
It leads to second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Dropping back, it's Howard. It's complete to the left.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Looking to throw it again. Grab behind the line. It's Judkins. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
All right, not ideal. Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position. But you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Marks. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of him. They've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Marks. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Hurry up.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And tackled there by the defense. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in two, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. It's good.
Well, you're always going to wonder what would have, could have, should have happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio.
21, USC 17.
Here's the first time you felt picked on coverage.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Trojans! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And they tacked on the extra point. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than... Oh, it's out! Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
To the air, it's Howard. Got his man out of the backfield.
Well, this defense knows they're going to have to go sideline to stop this offense. Nice job there rallying to the back who caught the swing pass there on the right ground.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. On second down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Judkins. Can anyone catch him? He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fair catch called for and made. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Marks. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to throw on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Defenses throughout the league study every third down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Makes the catch. It's Robinson. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit when you got that kind of pedigree. You always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office. When you're putting up over 400 yards, this defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. That's caught. It's Marks. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, USC 38, Ohio State 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They're testing the right side here. Delivers to contact. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. It's complete on the right side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
They want that clock to run. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Hurry the fuck up.
He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here. On
second down, they'll take to the air. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Marks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450 passing yards.
Not fucking ball.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, USC.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw it again.
Oh.
Hey, Jeff, Dave.
Alright.
I'm going to be at the back of your apartment in about 3 or 4 minutes with your groceries.
Okay, I'll meet you back out there.
Okay, bye.
On the ground, it's Marks.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Back open in the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Trojans have moved it inside the 20. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. They'll run the screen. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute, ice this game.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
Ohio State.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense.
And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
Guess he runs it on the whole clock because he's so scared.
Wants to draw it up, take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. try to follow
I
that
would
last
take 6
touchdown
bit
with
for
an
the
onside kick. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Going up top on first down. Going for it all. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, but now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. A first down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his man. It's Judkins. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University, with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go. He's playing at a high level.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Gets it out fast. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They're going to throw it again. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
And here comes the offense on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Judkins. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. Got a man. It's Marks. At the 45 on his way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, he gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play.
And he intercepts it. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, we're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws it big.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing the ball because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness.
Speeding down the left side. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up with a PAT. Oh, and they blocked it. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure.
Ball's out. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Marks. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Hey, goodness gracious, this dude is on fire. He's already got 100 yards. We're in the first quarter. Like, I might want to think about double-teaming that guy. If he goes to the water bottle, I'm going to double-team him. Whatever he does, I'm on it.
They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Robinson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here comes the offense on second down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 14, Ohio State 13.
He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slipped in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Makes the grab. It's Marks. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it set up on the outside. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Back to the air one more time. Makes the grab. And he will score! Touchdown, USC!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that. Once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Still on his feet at the 45. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Makes the catch and knock down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Finds his man, it's Henderson. And he was knocked down immediately, short the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. The play action fake. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The give to the tailback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Judkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the air, it's Howard. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught in the backfield. It's Judkins. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Oh, he didn't spike it, looking to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch called for and made. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he got loose, it was all over. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's Howard. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Trying to get to him. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Hudson. Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He'll set up to throw. A little screen to the running back. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. They want to throw it. They're setting up the screen. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Buckeyes racing to the line in a hurry-up. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Makes the grab on the left. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Oh, it looks as if